I'm living in Almaty, Kazakhstan, and it is the largest city in Kazakhstan. And there are official taxis. You don't see them very often, but they're there. They're not yellow or anything. They do have like a taxi light at the top. But the most common way to get around, aside from the buses, is getting these unofficial taxis. And it sounds really sketchy, but this system has been working for, I don't know, years. So to get somewhere, you just stand out in the road, not in the middle of the road, but, on the side of the road, put your hand out like, just like this, just like that. And within about 10 seconds, a car will stop. You tell them where you want to go, and you tell them a price. And they usually try to say like 100 tenge higher than that price. So you have to negotiate with them and be like, I'm going here. This price. No, this price. No, this price. And then you start walking away, and then they're usually like, okay, studies, which means come sit. But yeah, you have no idea who these people are. Sometimes you don't know who's in the car until they pull up, and sometimes the windows are tinted or they already have people in the car. So you have to communicate a lot with these taxis, in Russian or in Kazakh. And in the beginning I was so nervous because I'm like, my Russian is so terrible, but really all you need to know are the street names and the numbers, like the prices, like the hundreds, because generally the average price is 300 tenge, 300, which is like less than $2 American. So I mean, really, the most I've paid in a taxi was 500 tenge peso, which is like $3 maybe. And that's going from like one end of the city to the other end of the city. So it's really cheap to get around by the taxis. But sometimes I really hate that negotiating thing. It's like, especially if it's late at night. So I have to take a taxi 3 times a week when I finish work at this one school. It's like on the other side of town. The buses, here's the other thing. Buses stop running at about between 8 and 9, most of the buses. And I finish teaching at 9:30, and it's on the other side of town. So really the only way for me to get home is by a taxi. Some taxi drivers don't talk to you, which is great. You sit in the back seat and they drive. But other ones, they want to talk. And yes, usually they know I'm a foreigner by my accent when I'm asking for the taxi. So then they'll ask, where are you from? Are you married? What do you do here? But really it's okay, because that's how I get a lot of my speaking practice. I'm quite comfortable answering those questions now and, understanding those questions. But the ones that kind of freak me out are when they ask, like, how much money do you make? Why does that matter? So some of them, they try to get, like, automatically they think you're a foreigner, you make a lot of money. Why are you here? You can be making so much more money in America. So I try to answer it like, no, I make the average amount. I would be making less money in America. In the beginning, there were a lot of guys asking me for my number. Oh, let's practice English, or oh, let's hang out. And okay, because I'm like too nice to say no, I did give my number out a few times in the beginning. I don't do that anymore, and actually they stopped asking. Some people have told me, they knew I was a foreigner right away because I smiled too much. So I have this approach when I get a taxi. I try to keep a stern face, just put my hand out like I don't care, and like, abaya was about 300. 400. Нет, no. Walk away. So it's been helping if I just try to like have this stern face, and I have to say it quickly. I can't hesitate when I'm saying where I want to go. As annoying as it can be sometimes with negotiating the price and feeling kind of nervous or having to talk in the taxi, or I still get this satisfaction if I've had a successful taxi ride where I got the price I wanted, we had a conversation, not a creepy conversation, like I understood them, they understood me, and I get out feeling like, ha, yay! Yeah, that's really what taking a taxi is around here. You get in a car with strangers that are unofficial taxis. You have to negotiate a price, and you just kind of hope that they take you where you're going to go and hope that they don't think I'm a real